I'm doing a dumb thing. No one can stop me. It's early in the morning. I'm still kind of sick and I don't give a shit. So, my life has gone away from me. I don't really care. I'm gonna talk about Mahjong because it's a thing that's been keeping me alive lately, and that's really dumb because it's a tile game that I don't understand very well, but I understand it more than the people who look at it and say, "Oh my God, I don't understand it." Because to be totally honest with you, I spent maybe 12 hours learning it because it was part of a side quest for a game that was it had an instant win button. I didn't know it did, but it did. And so I spent 12 hours waiting for the instant win. It was bad. Anyways, welcome to Mahjong. Mahjong is awful, but it's also phenomenal, just like every other card game. Except, you know, not, because it's tiles. The thing you want to know about Mahjong is what the fuck am I looking at? Well, I'll tell you. You're looking at a game that is basically just poker, but not. Which, I mean, that's how it go. So every turn, you discard a tile, um, because that's you draw one and then you discard one. And so what you're looking for out of your your mahjong list here is that you want to get either doubles like these threes, or you want to get a triple of either a sequential sequence of like 1 2 3, or three ones, three threes, anything like that. There are three different types of suits. There's this one, this one, and there's bamboo, which also has a peacock because yep. Um, so, and there's also other things that aren't related to numbers, like 1 through 9, such as the wind, which is that's a dragon. That's not the wind, but that's a dragon. There are also three dragons. There's a red dragon, a green dragon, and a white dragon. And there's also four winds, just like how life is. So, what you're gonna want to try and do is make sets of twos or threes out of your tiles, or some other crazy combination of things that I don't remember because it's obscene, and I don't have the memory for it. So, do that, and you'll win. That's basically Mahjong. You can steal things like this, from other people's Mahjong piles that they discard from, but that's stupid, don't do it. Because then your entire hand is completely revealed and everyone can see that, you're doing things. That's dumb. I'm gonna do it again to show you how dumb it is. See, it's dumb. Don't do that. Um, if you have a concealed hand, if you don't take someone's stuff, you can have more points at the end, and with more points means more money, which, if you're not going for money with Mahjong, what are you doing? You're not playing a game. You're basically just wasting your time in a room full of people smoking and hoping that you die earlier than you should have. Which, I mean, to be fair, I do for a lot of things, not just Mahjong. So, to each their own. I'll die in a Mahjong parlor. You die surrounded by the people you love. That's fair. I'm doing terrible at this Mahjong game, and that's pretty much how Mahjong goes. You do terrible, and then you do great. And then you get really happy about doing great, and then you die. That's Mahjong. And just like life. See, Mahjong is basically an expression of life, and the hopelessness that you feel at how terrible you're doing. And see, I actually am doing terrible, and it's really sad, and it's distressing me quite a bit. And that's why the game's just over now. That's it. It's over. That was it. I won, though, a little bit out of that draw, because I lost less than other people lost, despite being a draw. Because that's a life lesson. Even though you think you lost, someone lost worse than you. And it was probably you losing worse than somebody else, even though that wasn't the case. So yeah, Mahjong. What a game. That's really all there is to it. There's other things involved, like, complicated stuff that you don't really need to know if you're just gonna fuck around with Mahjong for fun. Like, there's the Dora at the center of the table, which is a 4 of bamboo, which means that if I were to have triples of 5, it would be a Dora, which is just extra points for my hand. That's that's really it in a bag of chips. That's all it is. Um, yeah, it's fun. Um, there's also things that like you could do for extra points. Like I have the east tile here for the wind, and because I'm east on the board, if I had east as the winds and a triple that or a double, it would mean that it's worth more points. So that's cool. Um, there's a specific order for the way that the wind and the dragons work if they're the Dora. I don't remember it. You'll have to look it up. I don't care to find it. Um, and that's it. That's everything I learned from Mahjong through the course of 12 hours. I also learned that there's a thing called Rishi that you can do if you have a whole hand without, you know, stealing from someone else's graveyard, their discard pile. You can do a thing called a Rishi, which is basically just yelling at everybody that you're about to win because you're a dick. That's what a Rishi is. You can do that if you know what you're doing. I don't, so I usually just keep trying to call Rishi until I actually do have a Rishi. See, he did it. He also it's Richi, not Rishi. I don't know how to say things from Japan, because I'm white. That's how that go. So yeah, Mahjong. It's fun in a way that like things that aren't fun are kind of fun. And see, I just called a Richi there, cause I can do that. And now I'm gonna make everyone really self-conscious about how much how good they're performing. And then I'm gonna win because I just that good. Except that I'm not gonna win because the tile I need's not gonna come up because I'm not lucky. At all. I'm not lucky. I just didn't win. That's how Mahjong goes. You don't win. So, yeah. Mahjong. I really can't think of anything else that's worth explaining. It's just doubles and triples of things in a hand and getting lucky. That's it. That's all there is. You can steal things from people and make sets of 3s and 4s. Either 3 identical or 3 sequentially or 4 identical. You can't do 4 sequentially because that would be dumb. But that's basically all you do. Excuse me, I just burped. So I would apologize for that more, but I don't really care. And you can win by stealing other people's stuff. You don't get as many points for it. It's a little bit harder because by not having as many points, it's a little bit more difficult to have like a good hand to play with. But them's the breaks, you know. You gotta take the hits because they keep on coming and they don't stop coming, you know. And I honestly I would recommend not going for pawn or chi archon from somebody else as long as you can, because boy howdy, it really messes your hand up something fierce, and then you just gotta hope to God that it actually works out, because normally it doesn't.
Whoa.
I am gonna be absolutely surprised if it works out for me here, because
Whoa.
I really don't see it happening. Someone has to discard a 7 for me to win, and if they don't, I'm screwed. And that's how the Mahjong goes. Wow. This is bad. It's just wow. You know what's cool is I just lost. I didn't lose points though because I'm lucky. So yay for me. I wasn't the one that messed up. But, I hope you feel like you understand Mahjong a bit better now. That's pretty much all.